Alright, well, hey guys, James here from 53822. I haven't made a vid in a long time. I know. Sorry, it's been crazy lately. Been pretty hectic and shit, so just haven't really found time. I've still been painting and working on stuff and everything, so I figured I'd do kind of an update, kind of where I'm at and what I've been doing lately, and just kind of do a ramble. I might show you a bit of what I'm doing. I started a new army, Dark Eldar army. Just started it. Like, picked up a codex and a box of the Cavalite warriors. Freaking awesome, by the way. I love the new Dark Eldar miniatures. They're freaking amazing, and their rules are just way too cool. So been reading up on them and working on them a whole bunch. Here I've got I actually only got one guy done. He's my prototype. I'm gonna actually be doing the Cobbles of the Black Heart, so yeah, I know it's kind of boring, doing the same as the GW main paint scheme on the new Dark Eldar, but I really like it actually, so that's what I decided to go with. It's turning out pretty good. This is my first one I did, so I gotta tweak a couple things and fix a couple things, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. Highlighting came out good. Armor plating came out pretty good. I really like the look on these guys, so should be a lot of fun. I've been having fun painting them so far. They're kind of a pain as far as like troop types, because with the Space Marines, a lot easier, in my opinion. A lot quicker, I should say. Actually, I mean, it's not that much more difficult. It's just more time consuming. So yeah, you can see I decided to do the bases like I did on the Harlequin. I'm gonna do all the bases in my new army like this with the plaster of Paris, the built up slab kind of rubble heaps type of look to it. I really like it, so I'm gonna do that. It doesn't take that much time really. I just do them ahead of time, make them up, and then let them dry, and then keep coating them in the glue, and then paint up the bases, and then mount the guys. To mount the guys, I just been drilling a hole up through one of the legs, adding a piece of metal, and drilling a hole back down through the base, and then posting one foot in, and then just super gluing the other one. That way I know that they're not gonna come off or anything, because since it's plaster, I wanted them to actually have a hole down into the plastic of the base, so it went all the way down. As you can see, let's see here, you can kind of see it. There's a hole up there, so that the plastic metal piece actually goes up and into that hole there where I glued it through this foot, so that'll help hold it a lot better. What else have I been up to? Let's see. Doing a lot of green stuff, sculpting on my free time. Let me see here. Show you one of the guys I've been messing around with. I took just one of my regular Marines and kind of melted them a bit with some paint thinner and pine sol and a toothbrush, and just kind of rubbed it around and made it look like some of the armor parts kind of melting. And I'll show you what I mean here in a sec. It's not finished yet, but it's kind of cool. I'm just making it kind of like a Plague Marine, Death Guard, something along those lines. See here, I can see his face. That's some of the melting, and then just adding like some gore pus and stuff like that. And then back here, actually took and carved out a chunk in the backspace. I'm gonna have like a spinal column coming up, and this guy's actually gonna have a flag. So what I wanted to do is actually make the spinal column the flag post, so kind of be crawling up and hanging off like this, and I'll tatter it up and stuff more, but I thought that'd be kind of something neat, something different. Shoulder pads, did like some screaming faces inlaying in there, you can see that, and then it's got like some pus and sinew kind of oozing out in different spots, kind of gross. A lot of little faces and stuff I put in there. Yeah, came out pretty good. Not bad for my first like plague kind of pus stuff and everything. And I have a whole bunch of like tentacles and stuff coming out of armor. Like this one here is kind of coming out. It's gonna wrap around the weapon here, making like a custom type weapon. Should be kind of fun. Did some like I don't know, intestine type tentacle things that are popping out with the shoulder pads. Probably gonna put more of those, a couple on the face and stuff. I don't know, it's coming out alright. Here's some more like the tentacle intestine type stuff I'm talking about, like popping out of his leg, kind of wrapping around, and then this one actually penetrates, goes back into his leg, so I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, so that's something I've been working on. Let's see here. And oh yeah, I was going to show you this too, like really good thing for using for chain link and stuff like that is actually, I know it's kind of expensive, but it works pretty good. You can go and get these, they're not too expensive. Go to like Walmart and find these really like small gold plated chain necklaces. Like this one here just came with a cross on it. But take and use the chain, and you can hang that from like I'm hoping to use it with my Dark Elder. Either hang like some skulls and stuff off it, but hang it from some like raiders and stuff. And this stuff's pretty good. It's pretty close to scale as far as like what a heavy chain would be. So yeah, it's pretty good, pretty cool stuff. So I like that. Or you can go like if you work at some place that has lost and found. If anyone ever leaves jewelry there, you know, get your name on the claim list. So you can claim it up, get some free stuff. What else? Okay, yeah, with my Marines here, let me grab a few guys. Been working on them, doing some things. Here, I'll show you some. Got some. I got almost all my tactical boys done. I still gotta do basing on them, but I still gotta do basing on my Marines. But I got most of the tactical squads done. Here's a bunch. I'll show you some of them, some of the different things I did. Turned out pretty good. I like them. Like here's a sergeant. Let's see if I can get that in focus. There we go. Since my army's name's the Emperor's Gamble, I'm putting like some dice stuff. There's actually a eagle that sits on top of this, but it got busted off the last tournament I went to. I was actually, a guy was looking at it and he dropped it, but it's all good, you know. Pretty easy fix. So yeah, so you can kind of see some of the stuff I've been doing on them. Pretty simple stuff, but looks pretty nice. Came out pretty nice. Like that's a sergeant. I wanted to really like personalize all of them, so all of them kind of have like their own. They all have the chapter or the company mark or chapter mark, 10th chapter, 7th company is what I'm going with. So they all have the Roman numeral 10 and then the 7 on the left knee pad. But then other than that, like everyone kind of have their own thing, minus like troops are the Emperor's heart. So all my troops, instead of having the arrow, have the heart. So I had to carve down a bunch of those Assault on Black Reach ones with the arrows on them. I had to carve those down, but that wasn't too hard, you know. So here's some. I did some with like mask work, knee pad work, you know, a bunch of stuff like that. Let's see what else we got. Got like, you know, my heavy guns, my last cannons. This one, he still needs some extra stuff done on him, but he's pretty much done. Just another troop. I did like some checker marks for fun. Some flames. I think this one's got flames on his helmet. Now I didn't do the flames like realistic because I wanted them to look, the markings to look like the soldier, you know, hand put them on or had someone else put them on. Paint them on right onto his armor, to make everyone kind of have their own style, you know. So I thought that'd be kind of fun, you know, something different for as far as Space Marines. You know, most of the time they're pretty organic, a lot alike. So I wanted to try switching them up and giving everyone kind of their own thing. Like this one, he's got a couple cards. Looks like a couple cards were stuck into his helmet, you know, just painted on. Playing cards. 8-ball. Some different things. Some Aztec looking tribal marks. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's how my space room's been going. Been working on them. Pretty much got that list figured out. I got added Sakaris to Army now. He's not done or anything. He's still being worked on. But Sakaris, I really like him. He's a really cool model. I also added Magnus. He's only been primered. He hasn't even been started yet, so I won't even get him out. I'm sure you guys seen Magnus before. Let me put these back out of my way real quick, and then I think I'm gonna do some painting. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, here's something. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but for my Terminators, to do the Typhoon, I just took it off of a spare sprue that I had for land speeder, and just chopped them down and kind of fitted them on there, and they actually fit pretty good. I didn't even really need to green stuff around them or anything, so it's a pretty easy way if you don't want to go and spend $50 to get one thing and you're using Assault on Black Reach Terminators. Works pretty good if you got one around. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, another cool thing I found. I'll show you guys real quick. One second. I don't know if any of you, well, you guys that are married or have girlfriends or stuff like that, or are girls, I know you've probably heard of scrapbooking, where, you know, they take photos and stuff and they put it in a book and they decorate it up and all kinds of stuff. Well, I found my girlfriend, she's into it, and they got these awesome stencil things you can get. Well, what they are, they're like stamps, and yeah, let me take one out. They're really cool. They're really they have some really modern kind of cool war-looking ones, stuff like that for people who are into that. So I bought some. They're pretty cheap. I mean, I was like, I'm gonna use this one for tank, but you can tanks on my tanks like Land Raider stuff, like some of the stuff, and it's flexible, so you can kind of wrap it and move it a bit. And there's other ones like these little stars, these little nauticals, and stuff like that that actually will fit pretty good. Like this cross with the wings. I mean, that would go on the back, like the back part on a top of a rhino hatchway or something like that. So, you know, pretty much take and get some paint, add it to it, and then you can stamp it on and use that as kind of a stencil, and then you can add color into it or whatever you want. To apply them, you get one of these things. It's a glass block, and you take it, and let me just grab one of these out real quick. Take this, you just pretty much put it on there. Take it, you know, add your paint onto it, kind of tap it so, you know, you don't make it one big blob. You know, you just want enough to hit the top ridges, and then you just take and press it on. Take and put it on a corner like this, a lot easier. But you just take it then, you know, and you press it on wherever you want it, and next thing you know, you got a little star stencil outline rather quickly. And you can do that for more of your more common things instead of having to freehand it. Helps out a lot.